Dear students and working accountants, welcome to my ExpertTallyPrime YouTube channel. My name is Babu Rao. Today, in this video, we are going to discuss about the default ledger allocation in different methods, in some other methods. And before entering into the topic, I request to you, everyone entering into my channel and watching my videos, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. So you will get notification for all the videos which I upload in my channel. And also share this video, this channel with others also. And now another very important thing is everyone watch every video till the end. Don't skip in the middle. If you skip the video in the middle, you will understand and you will know the topic only up to that point. The balanced topic or subject you will not understand and you will not know. So it will be like half knowledge. It is only time waste, nothing more than that. So please watch every video till the end. If necessary, watch the video again and again, more than once. More number of times you watch that, you will get very good knowledge. And also all the examples or illustrations given in the video, and you take the examples or you take some one examples also and practice the examples or illustrations in your Tally Prime many number of times so that you will get very good expert knowledge in that subject or topic. Okay. And then after watching the full video, so if the video is good, please like the video. If you like the video, the YouTube people, they will share this video to many people so that many people can visit this video and they can learn the topic. Now we will enter into the our topic. So share is screened. So previously, so in the last video, that is how we will make the default allocation of the ledgers. Ledgers in the sense, so in the purchase and sales, first we will enter the stock items, and after the total, below the total, we will enter the ledgers. Mostly previously we entered tax ledgers, GST ledgers, and then in the last videos, along with the GST ledgers, there are some more additional expenses for the sales as well as purchases. So those ledgers also we created, and in the last video we learned how you can by default allocation of them. That is, when you open the voucher, purchase or sales, automatically, so below the total, so at that place, the additional expenses, GST ledgers, or round off ledger, everything will show automatically without selection. But actually what we do is, so if you take this purchase voucher, so for example, this is the number. So we are purchasing from creditor, local creditor. So here we are purchasing, accept purchase ledger, and we are purchasing, for example, HP computers, 2 items at 35,000 each. So we are purchasing, and after the total, here, if there are some additional expenses, first of all, so like this, when you are purchasing, we have to pay. So paid like this with the amount we have to enter, and like this we have to select all manually. You have to select all the expenses which are created by us. Okay, and then after that, that is this one you have to give manually, and after that we have to select the ledgers. If it is local means CGST and we will select CGST and HGST. If it is not local, if it is an interstate, then we will select IGST. And if there is any value after the decimal, that is after the decimal some pies are there, then you have to make round off. So for that we have to select the round off which is already created. So if there is no amount after the decimal, there is no decimal value, so the round off is not selecting anyone. If there is any amount of paisa, that will round off, increase to the next rupee or decrease to the lowest rupee. Okay, so like this everything we have to select. For this goods items we will give rate and quantity, automatically it will calculate the value. Then this expenses, additional expenses, we have to select as well as we have to give the money also. We have to give the amount also, and CGST, HGST, it will calculate automatically, but you have to select that. So that we are doing. But in the last video, we learned how to automatically, that is by default allocation, these ledgers, all the expenses ledgers, tax ledgers, round off ledger, how these ledgers are to be automatically, defaultly, how they are allocated. So for purchases, they will be allocated. For sales also, when you open the voucher, these will be automatically, they will appear. That is, they will be allocated. And when you enter the stock items, automatically tax will be calculated. And when you give the amounts for the additional expenses for them also, then tax will change, the tax will be calculated and round off will be done. Okay, this is the thing. So that we learned. That is the one method we used. So in the last video, we used the method in the vouchers. We used the method for purchases and sales. What you did is we created the class, voucher class for purchases. So voucher class we created. Then we created two classes. One is for the local purchases, purchases GST, and we gave all the expenses, and we selected only CGST and GST, and then we created another class. So another class in the sense, second one, see sales or purchases IGST for interest rate. So for that also we gave all the expenses, everything selected. Instead of CGST and GST, we selected only IGST because it is interest rate. For both purchase and sales, we created the name of the class. So in this case, what we did is for purchases GST we selected purchase GST, and here these columns, they are not required because what are the groups to be? Yes, from these groups, what are the groups excluded? So end of list. And here, what are the groups included? We can give it as purchasing means Sunday creditors, you can give, no problem. Or otherwise, just end of list automatically to take. And then here we are giving the purchase account, and here we are giving the expenses. We are giving the expenses, that is for purchasing, you are paying. So paid, that is the delivery charges paid. So user defined item. Then insurance charges paid, that is also user defined item. And then packing charges or packing materials paid, that is also user defined. And then CGST, HGST, and then round off. So we selected this for this round off. This round off is for the total invoice value. So as total amount rounding, and it is a normal method, limit is 1 rupee. So this is what we used to select. We used to select for the local purchases. So this one accept. So purchase GST is there. And then again, what we used to do, purchases IGST. Again for this we select everything. Again for this we select this one, end of list, and we take purchases. And here we used to give all the expenses, and we used to say after the expenses we select only IGST because this is interest rate. Purchase ITST. That is why we used to select here only IGST. All other expenses are round off. Everything is same. We, instead of the tax ledgers, not GST and HGST, we select only IGST. That's what so we used to do this one. Like that we had to do. But what we do now is, instead of creating two, one is CG, in GST local also we are selecting all, CG and SGST we are selecting all expenses, everything same. Or IGST, all the expenses round off ledger, everything same. Instead of CG and SGST, we are selecting IGST. So instead of that, creating two classes, we can create one class both for local purchases and local sales, as well as for interest rate purchase and sales. We can create in a separate one single class called as purchases taxable. Taxable means taxable either it is local or interest rate. If you select this one okay, this one okay, and all these expenses, everything okay, and here. So it is taxable means local as well as for local CGST, HGST we will select. For non-local, we select IGST for this also. After that, we select round off. So round off, the total amount rounding, normal rounding, 1 rupee. So the extra thing is we select this one. So if you make the entry, So depending on the place or place of supply, that is the place of the person, that is in the case of purchases, the place of supplier, in the case of sales, place of customer. Depending on that, it will take either CGST or GST for local. If it is non-local, automatically it will take. So like this, we can make the class. So we are using only one class, both for, so not separately for local and interstate, for completely, totally for both and both local and interstate. We are selecting one class only, purchases taxable. So if like this, that's all, no second class. So accept this. If you do like this, so we'll make the entry now. See, vouchers you will take up here. So vouchers now, vouchers you will take up, and by when you take the voucher, if you select, mostly it will start with payment, or you are already working. What is the last voucher you worked? So that will open automatically. Now we require purchases. So you click F9. So if you click F9 purchase, it will ask you the class. We are only having one class. Previously, purchase GST we select. Purchase total local purchase. Purchase IGST we select. For interstate. For both we are selecting this purchase taxable. So purchase taxable. So 258 for example, 1st April. Okay, 1st April. And we are purchasing from local creditor. Okay, local creditor. So we are purchasing. So Dell laptop, 5 items, each 30,000. Example, this is only. And also we are purchasing Dell mouse. So this I am purchasing 15 items. So each one is mouse, 700 rupees. Okay, and that's all. And after the total, see, automatically when the purchase taxable, that is class is selected. That means for every class we give the default accounts, default ledgers. So all these ledgers, when you select the ledger, when you select the voucher type, automatically this will appear. Okay, we gave this same thing, everything the same for, this is for purchases, we have given paid. For sales, oh, there is something little. So we cannot give like this, sir, but okay, no problem, we can give. Actually, this is for purchases, we are giving paid, okay, paid. For sales, acha, we'll do one thing here in the class. What we do is here in the purchases taxable. Purchase taxable means paid. Okay. Sales means purchase. Okay, now no problem. Okay, then here 258 on 1st April, purchasing from local creditor, accepted. Then this one 5 items, 30,000 each, and then Dell mouse 15 items, 700 each. So I purchased, and here after the total, so these are the stock items, these are the ledgers. So here already ledgers are automatically by default, they are called default allocation of ledgers. Ledgers are allocated here, and here these things automatically when you open the voucher, these will appear, and for tax will be calculated automatically when you give the stock items as well as expenses also. If we give, this will be selected automatically, tax will be calculated. And for this only, for stock items you are giving, similarly for expense also you have to give. So here you will give, delivery charges. Purchasing means you are paying the charges. Delivery charges, for example, 500, and insurance charges, there is no insurance. If there is amount, we will enter. And here, this one is, we will take up 250, for example. So this is the amount. So the total is selected. And here, this method is, in this case, in all these cases, we treat this as this automatic, this is going here. So this is delivery charges paid and all these things. What I will show you later. Okay, 500. And how it is calculated? Calculate means how it calculate now. So here, these are the two different amounts to different rates. And as well as when you are creating these, what we did is we have given them as including the accessible value, means including this value. So this tax will be calculated on these items depending on the rate of the other stock items. So here, if both are same rate, then no problem. This one and this one totally will take up at the same single percentage we calculate. But here 500 plus 250, 750 is for divided by 1,60,500. In such case, what is the amount for 1,50,000? So here it will be 700.93. 700.93 is the, out of this 750, 700.93 is the amount for 1,50,000, isn't it? So 500 plus 250, 750. This is for 1,60,500. Then what is the amount for 1,50,000? So 700.93. 700.93 plus 1,50,000 will be, so here 1,50,700.93 will be the total amount, value of goods as well as expenses. So you go to the tax analysis, got Alt A, Alt F1 is. So these two are calculated. I calculated total to 500 plus 250. It calculated totally. I mean, separately it calculated. You see, 1,50,000 plus expenses, 1,50,700.93 into, this is CGST and GST. Okay, so 9% GST. So see, for 8 means it is. So 13,353, 563.08. That is the CGST as well as IGST. And for this amount, second one is, so 750 divided by 1,60,500 into 10,500. What is the amount for 10,000? So 49.7. Next one is 5, so it will be taken 49.7. That is the tax, that is the expenses to this, plus 10,500 plus, okay, 750 divided by 1,60,500 into 10,500. So 49.07. 49.07 plus 10,500. So this will be the total amount, value of goods plus expenses. So go to this tax analysis. You see, amount is totally 10,549, not 7. Sorry, not 7. Yeah, I will check up. It will be not 7 only. So here 750 divided by 1,60,500 into 10,500. Yeah, 49.07 plus 10,500. So the amount is Alt A, Alt F1. So the amount is 10,549, not 7, into the rate of this is 12%. So into 6% CGST and 6% divided by 6 into 6%. It is not calculating. Into 6 divided by 100, 6% means, so 632.94. 632.94 is the tax amount for that. Total is 28,000. This is CGST is showing separately. And round off automatically, it is rounding off. Here this is local. So CGST, HGST is calculated. IGST is not calculated. So here also there is no insurance. When you accept the voucher and if you go back again, so this will not appear, IGST will not appear. You see, you do like this, accept, go back. So if you go back, see, IGST is not there, insurance charges not there. Okay, this is the amount. This is from local. So now we'll go to 655. Now same purchases. We'll go to creditor, interstate creditor. Interstate creditor, if you go, so automatically, so here you are purchasing HP computer, 5 items, 35,000, and HP keyboard, 15 items, and it is keyboard is 500. Okay, and here say this is interstate, so automatically for the stock items, IGST is calculated. These two they are not calculated, and for this will give, for example, this is also I will give 500 rupees. This time insurance charges will give again 500 rupees. No packing charges. Okay, this is accepted. Now in this case, for this also it is calculated. How it is calculated? So 1,000 rupees is the expenses. 1,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees is expenses divided by for 1,82,500. The expenses are 5,000. In such case, what is the amount for 1,75,000? That means 958.90. So 958.90 plus 1,75,000 is 1,75,958. You see, RTA, RTV. See, the amount is 1,75,958.90. So on that, what is that tax? It is IGST means 18% totally. 18%. 18% if you take, see, 31,672.60. 672, 31,672.60. That is for the this one. And similarly now the second one is 1,000 rupees divided by 1,82,500 into the second one is only 7,500. What is the amount? 41.09 means 10. 41.10 it will take plus 7,500. So 7,541 1. See, Alt A, Alt F1. See the amount 7,541.1 into this is 12% interest rate. So 12% if you take, see, 905.93. 904.93. So like this, it will automatically it will calculate. So here, and then after that, if we accept this, after accepting this, so there is no insurance amount is there, packing charges are there. That will disappear. CGST, SGST will be disappear. So now you see, you go back. See, only two charges are there. IGST is there. That's all. So this is the method how you do. Same thing if you go to sales. So go to F8. So now go to vouchers, click F8. Vouchers, it will be generally it will be one. Click F8. Oh, for sales we have not done, I think. No. These purchases we made for sales, we have not, they made this one. For sales we have not done. For purchases we have done. For purchases, taxable we did. For sales, we have not done this. So for sales also, come here, we will take sales taxable. So this is end of list. We don't need not select anything. Sales we will select. And here, when you are selling, we will collect the expenses, additional charges. So collected and user defined only, always user defined. And then insurance collected, and this is also user defined. We will give whatever the amount we will charge. And then insurance collected, and that not insurance, sorry. Packing charges collected and user defined item. Then CGST, HGST, then IGST, then round off. So here it is total amount rounding, normal rounding, 1 rupee is the amount, that is the limit. Okay, accept this. Now go to the vouchers. So go to the vouchers, click F8. So if you click F8, it will list sales taxable, only one group, one class. So sales taxable, we are selling to. So if you select this one, these items are automatically, they are allocated. That is, this is called as on default ledger allocation. By default, these ledgers are allocated. Okay. So okay, now for sales, we will take up, there are interstate data, we will take up interstate data. We are selling. So we are selling. So HP computers, 2 items we are selling. HP computers, 2 items we are selling. Each one is 40,000. And then HP keyboards we are selling, and it is, we are selling 5 numbers, 850 we are selling. So that's all. And then delivery charges we are giving 200, insurance 250, and then we are giving this also. This is 250, total 700. So here this is calculated, only IGST is calculated per sale. Purchase also like that. And the same thing, we need not calculate. So 250, 500, 700. 700 for total amount of 84,250. Then what is the amount for 80,000? What is the amount for 80,000? This is 664.69. So 664.69 plus 80,000. It will be 80,664. This will change. See, amount 80,664.69. On this, what is the interest rate means? IGST. So on this, the first one is 18%. On this, what is 18%? So here, 14,519.64. Okay, this is that. Then second one. That is, the amount is 700. 700 divided by 84,250. Then what is the amount for 4,250? 35.31. 35.31 plus 4,250. This is the total amount. See, now you see Alt A, Alt F1. So the total amount is 4,285.31. On this, what is the amount? This is IGST 12%. So take 12%. Amount will be 24, 514.24, 514.24. That's all. Like this, we'll calculate. The amount is calculated. These are already, all the three will be there. And if you, after completing this, if you go back, so we are coming down, it is accepted. Okay, it is accepted. If you go page up, see, all the three items are there. So three items are there. IGST, the CGST and AGST are missing because this is interstate sales, interstate. So okay, the sales tax will class will work for both local as well as. So this is this one, and we will take up a next one. We will take up for local. We have taken interstate debtor. We are selling. We are selling to interstate debtor. No, interstate debtor only I have taken now. The previous one is interstate debtor. Now we will take up local debtor. We'll take up local debtor. Accept local Telangana debtor. Okay. Then we are selling to what I will do is, okay, desktop, we are telling two items, 35,000 each. Then mouse, we are giving 5 items we are selling. Mouse also 850 are selling. Okay, for example, because, okay. And then delivery charges, 500, not 500, 250 delivery charges. There is no insurance. Packing charges, 250. So that is calculated, you see. So 250 to 500 divided by 74,250. Then what is the amount for 70,000? That is 500 divided by total 74,250 into 70,000. What is the amount? 471.38. 471.38 plus 70,000. The total amount, that is a value plus expenses. This is the amount. If you go and see this one, Alt A, Alt F1, see 70,471.38 into this is local. So 9%, 9%. So 9% if we take, see 6,342.42. 6,342.42. Okay. And the second one is similarly the same thing. Second one also will be there. So 500 divided by 74,250 into second one is 4,250. Then 28.62. 28.62 plus 4,250. The total is this one. Okay, I'll take Alt F1. See what is the total? So 4,278.62 into this is 12% means 6% CGST and 6% HGST. See, it will be 72, 256.72, 256.72, 256.72. Like that, this is calculating. So like this, we will accept this one. Okay, we will accept. This is the thing. So like this, we will do it. And then here, this one, this charges are collected. See, if you select, say CGST, HGST is there, IGST is not there, local. And this is rounded off. And see here, these rates are different. There are two items, rates are different. That's why these two are allocated to both separately to calculate with different rates. If both are same, for example, both are same rate, 74,250, both are 18%. In such a case, this one will be added, this total expenses will be added to the total because rate is same. So plus 500. If you take 74,750 into, for example, it is 9% in CGST and 9% HGST. Total tax, that is 6,727.50. That is the tax because both are same rate. Both are with the same rate, then total amount, and that is these are to be calculated for both the items. It is the same rate. That is why on the total amount we had this to calculate directly. That we can do. Okay, that I will show you. So this like this we will do. So this is the second method. First one is creating, that is voucher class separately. That is for both purchases and sales, both for local separately and for interstate separately. Second one is creating only one voucher class both for local and interstate in another name called as purchases or sales taxable. So and in giving in the details ledgers, this IGST also will be added. So both will be separated, all the expenses and round off them. For local, we give CGST, HGST. For interstate, we give IGST. In this case, we give all the three and along with all other expenses. This is the method. Okay. And then sometimes here, sometimes when you are purchasing or selling, purchasing means when the other person gives in the invoice, whatever he gives in the invoice, that we have to follow. Rounding off also. If he is rounding off, we have to round off. If he is not rounding off, we should not we should not select the round off. We have to omit that. Okay. Right. Then how you will do here? See here, round off is there. In this case, come here, select this, make it end of list. So it's already on the, if you make it end of list, so that will not, so already round off. He has not rounded off. This is the thing. So he gave with paisa. He has not rounded off. Then in such case, we have to select that. We have to select that and go up and end of list. Or you can give it END, end of list. So that will miss, that will go off. It will disappear. In such case, round off will not be done. Then round off will not be done. So with paisa, it will be there. In the case of purchase, he has not rounded. We are not rounding. If he is rounding, if he has rounded, then we have to use it as it is. Okay, that will be rounded. When you are doing, we can, every voucher, we can round off. So the other person, the customer also will round off. This is the method. And the second method, and the thing is, here, what you are doing is, in this case, these expenses and everything, what we are doing is, so sometimes what they do, sometimes some people will do, that I will take up later. Okay. So the first method we learned, creating voucher class. One is creating two classes, local and non-local separately for CGST and HGST and IGST. Separately, we are creating the voucher class. Second one, creating single voucher class. Second method, single voucher class for both for local and in such case, we have to select all the tax items. Others are same. All others are similar. And for both are same, CGST, HGST and IGST, three we will select. We will add that. Then it will be over. That is the second method, two methods. And another method is, here, when you are making the, here what you are doing is, in the voucher type, for purchases, we are creating the name of class. Two types, that is class, two types of classes for local and non-local, that is interstate. And second type is total for both combiningly taxable, like that. We are selecting name of the class. Another method is, that is the third method. Another method is, in both for purchase and sales, we won't select and create the class. We want to create the class for sales, and then how we will do is, so in this case, what we do is, so voucher type we will go, and for purchases, so the name of the class, sir, not receipt. For purchases, so here we won't create the name of the class. We won't create the name of the class, because without creating name of class, what we do is, here, see here, enable the same thing. We are enabling the default ledgers. See, same thing. Enable default accounting allocations. This is accounting accounts where, that is ledger account. Accounts means ledger accounts by default we are allocating. So this we can select yes. And then immediately when you select that yes, then only another option. Set or alter default accounting entries. In the entries, what you will do, whatever accounts are selected, that we will do yes. So we will do this. If you do this one, so if you do like this, how you will get is both will be the same. See here, first of all, what we are doing, we are selecting we are creating class. So if you create the class, if we enter, so first one will be what are the groups to be excluded and included, and others the default voucher. This is called actual ledger name is, the ledger name is the voucher. When you are selecting the voucher, the ledger also we are selecting. For purchase, we select purchase. So the voucher we are selecting, and then the ledger accounts we are selecting. This is the first one, but we are not using, just we are giving. We can select this for purchases. For purchases, we require creditors. So exclude all here, include only creditors here. In the case of sales, exclude all, include only sundry debtors. That we can take. So this is the thing we can take, or we are not taking. Just both we are doing. We are selecting end of list. So if you go to the other method, this only difference is we will get these two as it is, same thing. This will not we will not get this. That's not our using. So we will not get this. The other two we will get. So that will show you. So here, if you remove this, if you remove this and come here, see here, purchases. So here, second one, it is not additional cost. The second one, default accounting allocation, yes. Then set or alter accounting entries, yes. If you do that, so the first one, exclude including, that is missing. These two are the same thing. So you take purchases and then come the same thing. So here purchases means, see, this is purchase means we will pay. So charges paid, user defined, and then insurance paid, user defined, everything same. User defined, then packing charges paid, user defined, then CGST, SGST, IGST, everything, IGST and everything, then round off, total amount rounding, normal rounding, limit 1. Okay, rounding limit 1. So this, so only one box is missing, that is excluding or including ledger, groups, that we are not doing. We are checking, we are omitting that, just end of list, end of list. Now we will not get that, the only difference. That's all. So in this case, we need not create any class. Okay, if you do like this, this is for purchases. Okay, accept. Then we'll go to sales. Here also, you come down here, the only two will be there. Enable the default accounting allocations, yes, and set or alter accounting entries, yes. If you do this, the same thing will get sales, and the same thing here. Charges for sales means we'll collect. So it's collected. So user defined value, then insurance collected, user defined value, then packing charges or packing material collected. So user defined value, then CGST, SGST, then IGST, round off. So total amount rounding. So normal method, normal rounding, limit 1. That's all. So both we created. We have not created any class. No class is there. So automatically it will take. Now we will go to the vouchers. We will take some date. 2nd April we will take. 2nd April we take purchases. So all these are shown. See, whatever ledgers we added there, all they will be shown here. And now, for example, 685, 2nd April. So we are purchasing from a local or interstate creditor. So interstate creditor are purchasing, accept, purchase, and what you are purchasing. For example, computers you are purchasing 5 numbers, 35,000. And here I will tell you, in this case, we will take up both same items with the same rate. So HP computer is 18%. Dell laptop we will take up. It is also 18%, 30,000. Both are same rate. Okay, here is say delivery charges 500 rupees. Insurance also is there because high value is more, 1,000 rupees. Insurance or no, we'll take only 500. 500 rupees insurance, and then packing charges, we will write another 500 rupees. Okay, in this case, for all these items, tax is calculated. In this case, so these 1,500 rupees divided by 3,25,000, then what is the amount for 1,75,000? So you need not collect like this because both are same 19%, 18%. In this case, what we do is, so 3,25,000, total will be added 1,500. Total we add 3,26,500 rupees into, this is interstate. So IGST is 18%. We calculate 58,770 because both are same percentage. We need not allocate for different rates. In the previous case, there are different rates we allocated. Okay, so this one. So like this, the total amount is both are same rate. So total amount is also added. Total amount is calculated. This is one method. So here, and then, so if you here, this is IGST. After accepting this, if you go up, so all the charges are there. Only tax IGST is there. There is no round off because there is no value for round off. It's already round figure. Okay, this is the thing we did. And then we will go to another one. That is, now we purchased, that is purchase from local creditor. Then we will take 995. Purchase from interstate creditor. Same thing. Both are same thing. So in this case, What we purchase? In this case, we purchased local creditor, non-local, now local. Now we will keep a different rates. So we are purchasing HP computer, two numbers, example, two numbers we are purchased, and keyboards we purchased five numbers. Okay, these different rates. So in this case, charges 200 rupees, delivery charges, insurance 200 rupees, no packing charges. Okay, no packing charges. And in this case, not this is, oh, for example, sorry, I see last entry also interstate only. Last entry interstate. Now I did mistake. We have to take local only, local creditor. Local creditor we will take up. Local creditor because it's showing. And then we purchased HP computer, two numbers, and then HP laptop, sorry, keyboards, 5,000. So this is calculating. So the amount is calculated like, for the stock items, it is calculated. Now we will take up the delivery charges. It is, for example, 250, and insurance, there is no insurance, packing charges 250, example. And now it is calculated. So here there are different rates. That is why this will be calculated proportionately. 250 plus 250, 500. 500 divided by 72,500. So 500 is for 72,500. In such a way, what is the amount for 70,000? So 482.76. 482.76 plus 70,000. So 70,482.76. 72,482.76. In this case, CGST and GST, it is 9%. First one is 9%. So here, 6,483.45. This is 8. That is why 6,383.43.45. And now, the next one is same thing, 1,000 rupees. Sorry, 500 rupees. 500 divided by 72,500. Inside, what is the amount for 2,500? Okay, then it is 17.24. 17.24 plus 2,500. So 2,517.24. See, 2,517.24 into, this is 12% means into 6% CGST and 6% GST. 151.03. 151.03. Both CGST and HGST. Like this, it is calculating. So the rates are same, total amount will be calculated. Total amount will be added to that. Total is calculated. If it is different rates, then this amount will be allocated to the stock items, between the stock items, and calculate according to the rates. So this is the method. And there is IGST is not there. And in this case only, so insurance is not there. IGST is not there. Okay. To go on there, go, accept, page up, go to the first one. See, IGST is not there, insurance is not there, round off is there. So this is the put this second one. So purchases, same thing like sales. For sales also, to go, and if you take F8, sales taxable. So here, sales, interstate debtor, the same thing. So Dell laptop, two items, and then HP computer, two items. For example, I am taking both is same rate, and here this is 500 rupees delivery charges and insurance 250, and this also 250, for example. So interstate IGST. So we need not check up. It will calculate because both are same rate. So 1,50,000 plus 250, 500,000 rupees plus 1,000, 1,51,000 into it is IGST 18% into 18%, 27,180 is the tax IGST. So here only CGST, HGST is not there. All other items are there. So after accepting this voucher, just go up, everything is there. IGST, no CGST, HGST, all these items, that is additional expenses, are available. Okay, this is the local, that is interstate data. Now we will go to local data. So local data we will take up, local data Telangana. So here we will take up. So HP computers, one number we sold, and then HP keyboard we are giving 5 numbers we sold. Okay, so we are taking two different names. The first one, Both are same value calculated separately. Differently. Now we calculate differently. So delivery charge is 200, no insurance, and no this one 200. Again, packing charges. So same thing it will calculate. No problem. 400 divided by 44,250 into 40,000 into 40,000. 361.58. 361.58 plus 40,000. 40,361 point something. See, 43,361.58 into it is CGST, HGST into 9%. Into 9%, 3,632.54. The same thing in the second case also. It will be the same thing. It will calculate similarly. 400 divided by 44,250 into 4,250. 3842. 38.42 plus 4,250. So here you calculate Alt F1. See here the amount is 4,288.42 into it is 12% means 6% CGST and 6% GST 31. 257.31. So 5 is there. It is round off to 31. That's all. So like this, we will calculate the amount. Okay. So after this, here CGST, GST is there, but IGST is not missing, and insurance is not there. So what we will do? We go back. That is page up. So insurance is not available, IGST is not available. Like this, we will calculate. Okay. In some cases, so now here for purchases as well as for sales, so these expenses are calculated. The tax is calculated on these expenses, means services. For that, actual rate is 8 for any service. It is 18%. But here in the voucher, when you are separate voucher means okay. In the voucher, when you are adding to the goods, we will calculate the services also at the rates different at the different rates applicable to the stock items. Sometimes, irrespective of the rate, that is GST rate of the stock items, these expenses, that is service ledgers, will be the tax will be calculated on the service ledger at an original rate of 18%. Then that will be calculated as 18% for this, and these stock items will be calculated as per their respective rates. But for the expenses, that is services, the tax will be calculated 18%. For that purpose, what to do? In such case, if you want to do like that, here go to alternate page, go to here. So here expenses, that is whether paid or collected. In this case, when you are purchasing, the other person, if they are charging in a different whatever method they are following, we have to use that only. Already we know one method. Second method is in this case here. This is include assessable in assessable value calculation. That is the assessable value including the stock items. So for that we are making calculation depending on the rate of the stock items. In this case, with irrespective of the stock item, that is stock item GST rate, normal rate of 18% for the goods, that is for the services will be calculated. In such case, you see, this is you have to make it not applicable. Original GST rate, you have to make it applicable. And here 1, 2 delivery charges 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, for example, HSN SSC code. Then here taxable at 18%. Services are taxable at 18%. So you can do like this. This one also the same thing. So here not applicable, and here applicable, and here they all services 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is SSC code. Select here and 18%. For everything it is 18%. Services, okay. And then insurance collected. For this also we will make not applicable. We will make it applicable, and SSC code 12 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Example I am giving. Okay, here taxable 18%. Every service is taxable at 18%. And this also here you take not applicable. Okay, and here it is applicable. It is applicable. Specified details here 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is the SSC code. Specified details here taxable 18% services. Okay, and then this is so all this we will not add. Among all these methods, we will use only one method. For purchases, we use what the method they use. But in sales, we use our own method. That's any one method only we will use for sales. For purchases, depending on the seller, according to his voucher, his sales invoice, we will enter. Okay. And then insurance paid is completed. Then this one you will take up. So here not applicable. Here we will take applicable SSC code 121212, and here select the select specified details here. Taxable 18% duty service. For goods we will take, for stock items we will take goods, and then this one also here not applicable. That is accessible. We are calculating the accessible value is not applicable. That is, it will not be calculated according to the stock items. So separately it will be added, like it will be calculated the service rate, service invoice rate 121212, and here select here taxable 18%. In this case, so if you do like this, if you go to the voucher, I will take only one example, purchase and sale. In this case, for these expenses, tax will be calculated at 18%. For the stock items, they will be calculated at their respective rate. But this, all these three will be calculated at the original service rate 18%. This is sales we are making to local debtor. Only one entry I will make, sales and credit sales. Here entering. So we are selling Dell laptop, 2 numbers, 35,000. Then whatever it may be, HP computer, 2 numbers, 40,000. So this will not depend on this. Okay. And now come here. It is 500 rupees, delivery charges, insurance charges 500 rupees, and this also 500 rupees, for example. Okay. Now in this case, these will be, the tax will be calculated on this additional charges at 18%, and these two will be, tax will be calculated at their respective, both are 19% only, 18%. So in this case, you see, 1,50,000 is the total. Both are same rate. Into this is CGST and GST now. So CGST means 9%. This one, 13,500. Keep in mind, and that is one. Then this is 1,500. 1,500 into, it is normal rate is 18% means 9%. 9% is 135. 135 plus 1,50,000. 135, and this one in plus 135, total 13,635. 13,630. That means for this tax is calculated as per their rate. This is, both are same rate. They calculate at the same rate. Both are different rate. They will calculate the different rates. Okay. And these will be calculated at the original service we are given, not accessible value. Original rate, GST applicable 18%. Okay, it's calculated. So now this is completed. Now all the others are there. IGST is not there. Okay. So in this case, IGST is not there. So come here, come accept this. Only IGST is missing. So only IGST is missing. And now we will take up another one. Another sales we are checking. We have taken sales purchases. We have not taken sales only. We have taken. We will take again sales only. We will take, or purchase, whatever it may be. We will take up the sales only again and the same date. So now we will take up. We are selling to previously we sold to local sales, local. This one, local debtor. So now we will sell to interstate debtor. We will take up ID, interstate debtor. We are selling interstate debtor, and now we are selling Dell laptop, 2 numbers, 30,000, and here Dell mouse, 5 numbers we are selling. Okay, both are different rates, and in this case, these will be calculated not that on the total. They will be separately calculated at their respective rates. These will be calculated at their respective 18%. So not 500, 250, no insurance charges. Then in this one, 250, 500. So now we see this is only IGST. That is interstate data. So here, this will be calculated. 70,000 will be calculated at the rate of interstate. That is why it is 18% Dell laptop, 18%, 12,600. 12,600, 4,250 into 12%. So 510, 12,600. Total amount is 13,110. Okay, that is the total amount. And the 500 rupees is calculated at 18%. So the 90 rupees, 13,210. 110, sorry. 13,110. So total amount is 13,200. This is calculated at 18%. This is calculated at 12%. These two are totally calculated at 18%. That is the service rate. Okay. So this is tax item rate, GST rate. This is service GST rate. Total is 13,600. Like this we will do. So like this we will do. So we can calculate that tax on the tax on the services. That means services are the additional charges. So as per the item tax rates or separate rate, anything we can do. Sometimes what they do is, sometimes whether they do or we do, whether the seller is doing, we have to do the same thing. For sales we will do. In this case, sometimes what they do is, sometimes when you are purchasing or selling, for these charges, tax will not be calculated. For these charges, tax will not be calculated. Generally, we have to calculate for services also. Suppose if it is not calculating, in that case, for the example, what you will do? In the services, so for this, tax will be calculated. For these three, tax will not be calculated. Suppose in that case, what you do? In that case, what we do is actually everything will be changed. Okay. Here, ledgers. So if you go to in this one, what we do? For this, you are giving not a taxable. Not here also we will take up. We will take it as, say here take it as, here take it as, here also not applicable if you take. So there will be no tax rates, no SSC service, SSC code, no taxes. So in that case, if you take that, and when you enter in this, so for these three, tax will not be calculated if you are there. So for 1,50,000 only, tax will be calculated. That is 1,50,000. Both are the same rate, IGST, yet 18%. Tax will be calculated 27,000. For these three, 180 is rupees calculated. For these three, tax is given as not applicable. So no tax is calculated. Tax is calculated on the stock items only. For other additional expenses, tax is not calculated. So independent rate as service rate 18%, we can calculate depending on the necessity, or as per the, that is what you call that here, including the custodial value means tax will be calculated as per the item tax rate. And if you take not applicable, GST applicability if you give, in such case applicable means we will give the service rate 18%, then that will be calculated 18%. So according to this one method, or this is one method, another method no tax, so that will not be calculated. In that case, you will take it GST applicability not applicable. That's all. So this is about the default ledger allocation. So first in the previous video we learned one method, and other methods we learned now, creating only single class and or without creating class. Directly we are taking default allocation and set order the entries. So in that also we'll give only one box will miss if you use the last method. If you use single class method, one class, then also all the three boxes will be shown. So this is about this. So wish you all the best, and we will meet in the next video with another important topic. So bye, good night.